Hey guys, Dharma and Joel here, back with more reactions to Dark. We're now on to episode 4 of season 3. A little bit of a quick recap. So, in the last episode, we've found that this triplica man, I don't know what else to call him yet.
Let's just call him a triplet. Let's just go with it.
Just go with that.
Yeah.
He has been back to, well, I wouldn't know exactly what year it was, but it was the old man in 1808 to when he was a kid. And he's taken items from him.
Yeah.
And he's brought them back to not Marta, because that's what we're calling her. And it also includes the keys to the nuclear power plant, which I'm presuming is like either the shutdown keys or something similar. I don't know.
So he's got.
It's not actually explained that.
Yeah. So he got the nuclear power plant thing from the 50s off of Helga's dad.
Correct.
He got the item that he's just taken off of Townhouse in 1888, and I can't remember what the third one is. I know it's Ariadne Marta's playbook, but did he get that from 86? I wasn't quite paying attention. So. I assumed
he's got 3 items, one from each time period.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making.
So, and at the same time, we're also seeing a kind of a repeat of what we know from the first iteration on the other Wyndon. However, obviously, because these lives and families are slightly different in this world, they're happening at a different pace and a different outcome. But some of it is still exactly going how it went before. Jonas is now trying to convince this other martyr and has been trying to show her exactly why he knows her and why she doesn't know him. And he took her through the tunnel, and it didn't say creatus whatever. It said, "Let there be light." So, we're still trying to work part of that out yet. It's got to, obviously, to do with the townhouse and the fact that it's been done differently here. What else?
Adam's still alive.
Adam is still alive. Yes. So I'm presuming that is him when he went into.
After killing Martha in our
so he would have gone to 2053, I would think.
Yeah.
There's that much going on, it's very easy to get things wrong now. Anyway, we're just going to carry on before my brain explodes, trying to explain what we've just watched. It sort of makes sense in my head, half of it is difficult to verbalise. Right, let's keep going. Episode 4.
He's creepier than Noah.
Du bist groß geworden, Tante. Kennen wir uns? Ich kannte deine Mutter. Aber das ist schon lange her. Wer sind Sie? Ich habe keinen Namen. Aber ich habe damals deinen ausgesucht.
I'm gonna call him Trip.
Trip, yeah.
Er hat deiner Mutter gehört. Ich denke, er sollte jetzt dir gehören.
Darf ich sie dir umlegen?
Ich fühle mich schon die ganze Woche nicht so.
Du siehst doch ganz blass aus. Vielleicht solltest du zum Doktor.
I think she's got a bun in the oven.
Ich weiß noch nicht, das ist... Ich glaube, es wäre besser, wenn ich heute Abend zu Hause bin.
Mein Papa sagte immer, an der Schule lernt man eh nichts. Man lernt nur vom Leben.
Und warum gibt es sowas eigentlich nicht mit Männern? Finde ich voll ungerecht.
Du spinnst ja. Habt ihr schon mal einen gesehen? Also nicht von eurem Vater?
Ines.
Ah, jetzt hab dich nicht so.
Ich will mit dir reden. Der Herr Kahnwald hat mich reingelassen. Wo warst du denn? Ich dachte, du bist so früh los, um noch Berichte zu schreiben. Sie hat doch gesagt, ihr Mann war Geistlicher. Und vielleicht ist es nur Zufall, aber der Pfarrer, der verschwunden ist, zur gleichen Zeit. Sein Name ist Hanno Tauber. HT.
Ich dachte, ihr Mann sei tot.
Es sind 3 Monate. Man geht doch nicht einfach und lässt sein Kind zurück ohne ein Wort.
Du solltest nach Hause gehen. Wir kümmern uns hier.
Egon, ich weiß, dass da was passiert ist.
Wer weiß schon, was in den Köpfen von euch Frauen vorgeht.
Shots fired.
Du musst ihn Claudia geben. wenn es soweit ist.
Wirst du es Martha sagen? Was der Ursprung wirklich ist?
Diese Tür in der Höhle. Was ist das?
Es ist ein Weg, der Vergangenheit und Zukunft miteinander verbindet.
Warum sind diese Namen durchgestrichen?
Es bedeutet, dass sie sterben.
Wie sie sterben alle.
In 2 Tagen. Die Apokalypse in seiner Welt. Sie geschieht auch in unserer. Das hier ist deine Zukunft. Wenn es euch nicht gelingt, die Apokalypse zu stoppen.
Sie sind noch nicht lange in Winden.
Seit 3 Monaten. Es gefällt mir hier.
Nun, vielleicht wird sich das bald ändern.
Yeah, I was right.
Sie sind schwanger. In Ihrem Alter ist eine Schwangerschaft nicht ohne Risiko. Sie sollten Rücksicht auf sich nehmen, keine schweren Arbeiten verrichten.
Wegen des verschwundenen Pfarrers. Die Gemeinde ist seit Wochen ohne Halt. Das öffnet dem Teufel Haus und Hof.
Haben Sie ihn jemals in der Begleitung einer Frau gesehen?
Ich will, dass Sie den Mann finden. Hanno Tauber.
Die Frau, die da eingezogen ist, die ist verschwunden seit 3 Monaten. Ihr Mann war ein Geistlicher. Und der Mann, der hier Pfarrer war, der ist zur selben Zeit verschwunden. Also, was ist, wenn das ihr Mann ist? Und wenn sie zu ihm zurückgekehrt ist?
Es geht Ihnen nicht um den Jungen. Es geht Ihnen um die Frau.
Sie scheinen da etwas falsch zu verstehen.
Die Dinge des Herzens kann man nicht erklären. Es macht, was es will. Fragen Sie Ihren Mann. Haben Sie sich nicht gefragt, warum er in letzter Zeit so früh das Haus verlässt?
He knows all.
So spät noch arbeitet?
Ist alles in Ordnung?
Ich bin schwanger. Egal, wohin man geht, ihr seid die gleichen verfickten, selbstgefälligen Arschlöcher.
Katarina, du weißt nicht, was du redest.
Is it Trip? Yeah.
Was wollen Sie?
Whoa, that's creepy.
From a kid?
Yeah.
Wie viel Geld hat Ihnen die Kohleindustrie gezahlt, um die Baupläne für das Kernkraftwerk zu blockieren?
Aus. Ihr müsst verhindern, dass sie geöffnet werden.
Eva hat gesagt, dass es einen Weg gibt, diesen Knoten zu lösen. Dass es einen Weg gibt, wie Martha leben kann. Meine Martha.
Sie hat dich belogen.
She did.
Es gibt keinen Weg, beide Welten zu retten. Aber dafür musst du sie gehen lassen. Deine Martha. Deine Welt. Du hast gesehen, was in ihr aus dir wird. Was du tun wirst.
Stay here.
Was Adam tun wird.
Ich gehe jetzt nach Hause. Und dann wache ich in meinem Bett auf.
It's just like, it's not happening. It's not happening.
Du und Martha. In dieser Welt seid ihr nicht unmöglich.
Du glaubst es alles? Dass sie alle sterben werden? Alles, was sie gesagt hat, ist wahr.
Aber ich weiß, dass es einen Weg gibt. Einen Weg geben muss, das alles wieder gerade zu rücken. Und ich werde nicht aufhören, diesen Weg zu suchen.
Dieser Mann, heute früh, ich möchte gar nicht wissen, ob das mein Vater ist. Und ich bin froh, dass meine Mutter weg ist. Du kannst ihn behalten, wenn du magst.
Mein Leben lang habe ich versucht, an Dingen festzuhalten, die man nicht festhalten kann. Aber jetzt habe ich es endlich verstanden. Ich brauche niemanden. Es ist besser, du gehst jetzt.
Sie macht das wohl ordentlich.
Du hast sie losgeschickt. Wir alle sind aus ihm geboren. Ihr habt ihm Leben gegeben. Und er wird uns unseres geben. Er, Agnes, Tronte, Jana, Ulrich, Katarina, du. Eine Linie ohne Anfang und Ende. Ein unendlicher Kreis.
Ja.
What?
Hallo. Ich möchte zu Frau Oberndorf.
Sie müssen warten.
Oh yeah, she's a customer too.
I think you could be right.
Meine Mutter sagt,
Oh no, it's her mother.
sie kommen in die Hölle.
Die Hölle ist das, was uns hier auf Erden macht.
Ich bin Helene. Helene Albers.
Na los, komm.
Well, that explains why her mother's so violent towards Katarina.
Yeah.
Hallo Papa. Wo ist denn Mama?
Die Dinge des Herzens kann man nicht erklären. Es macht, was es will.
He doesn't care. No.
Komm. Lass ihn.
There's your approval.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, how the hell did that happen?
Ich habe meinen Teil der Vereinbarung eingehalten. Jetzt musst du deinen einhalten.
Du willst wissen, wo der Ursprung ist und wie man ihn vernichtet. Das wirst du.
It's not an answer.
I want to smack him
Ich
upside the
habe
head.
66 Jahre gebraucht, um endlich zu verstehen, wie alles zusammenhängt. Du hast recht. Es ist Zeit, dass du es auch verstehst.
Da, wo du herkommst. Wie bin ich da gewesen? War ich anders?
So that's when the book gets written. So them two having their that little affair thing goes back to them being kids. You know, teens,
Yeah.
I mean.
Warum sind wir hier?
Yeah, I get it.
Weil hier alles seinen Anfang gefunden hat.
First time you slept together in both worlds.
In deiner Welt.
Was soll das heißen?
Dein älteres Ich hat dich und Jonas zurückgeschickt. Zu einem einzigen Zweck. Er ist der Ursprung.
And that's Trip, I think.
Right. That was episode 4. I've got a million more questions, but I think a couple of questions may have been answered. Yeah. What I'm trying to work out here now is she's just found out in 1954 that she's now pregnant, and we now know Alt Marta is pregnant. I'm trying to work out if this Trip guy, whose baby it is, it makes sense to me that it's the production of Marta and Jonas.
Yeah, because at the end when he's writing in that diary, he says the only myself can judge me, and he's got the two iterations of himself stood there while he's writing the book,
And like
he
you
seems
said-
to know everything that's going on.
Yeah, and like you said, everyone's been fighting over this book since God knows how long, and he's just finished this book now. It wouldn't make any sense for it to not be theirs.
Yeah.
Adam was right. She did only send them two back there not to stop the apocalypse. It was to
Ensure it.
set that event in motion to ensure that those two do what they've just done and that she gets pregnant. So it really is, that is the origin, that is the
It's a
beginning,
person.
and the end
Yeah.
is a person. Damn!
not a place, not a moment in time, not an act.
We were led to believe all this time that it was a moment in time
that you could stop happening. Yeah.
But as soon as it showed at the end there, where it goes to his bedroom, her bedroom, whichever, it's that room where he's like, this is the conceivement here. This is where your point of origin is. Yeah.
And it makes sense for the comment that they said now, where they're looking at the infinity symbol and they go, he is the product of, we are the product of him. All of us that come after us come from this origin guy. And up through the episode, I thought they meant Jonas. They don't. They mean the guy, Trip, who's probably set more of this in motion. What if he is the big bad behind it all? And we're thinking it's Altmarta and Adam, and he's playing both of them to make sure that he exists. I mean, who the frick knows?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
There's like a new player, and I'm like, what?
I don't know. All I know is it makes perfect sense now that Jonas was never meant to be with his martyr, because biologically it was wrong as well in the original world, that he was always meant to be with this martyr. It is a culmination of him never meant to being he was never meant to exist, and because he's travelled to their world and it's this martyr that he ends up getting pregnant, it is literally both sides. But to me, is this also tied in with them saying about the light and the dark? The light and the shadow.
Well, they're predestined for whatever. They are Adam and Eve in this particular telling of Adam and Eve, of the creation story. They are Adam and Eve. They are the two that bring about whichever way you look at it, whether it's you go for Revelations and it's the end of time, or whether you look at it as the second coming of Christ, just to use as an example.
Yeah.
Is it the Saviour or the Antichrist? It's the two. It depends on your point of view as to what this Trip person will represent for you. Will it be a time where we have complete control over time travel and nothing bad can ever happen to us because, well, we don't have to experience it because we have the ability to go back and change it?
Or is it this everlasting not over and over?
Yeah, or is it that you're tied into this fate and you're determined to make the same mistakes? Hannah is still going after married men, still getting into trouble like a schoolgirl, and still deeply unhappy with her life because she can't escape who she is.
Here's the question, and we still don't have the answer to this. Hannah was pregnant in the original timeline with Ulrich's baby.
Yes.
Yeah. And now she's pregnant with Egon's kid.
Yep.
We still don't know who this kid is if it isn't Trip.
No, we don't.
That still hasn't been revealed, and I'm still trying to work out who that may be, if indeed she doesn't have an abortion.
If this kid comes into play. But if you go to the original timeline that we know Winden when we're first introduced to it, she is a mother. She has Jonas.
Correct.
So if Jonas doesn't exist because Mikkel never went back, well, she should still be a mother, should she not? She should still have a baby because she's always been a mother.
Yeah.
So maybe this is just like the universe course corrected and giving her that baby back.
It's still confusing.
Oh, it's hella confusing. Hella confusing.
I do like the extra little bits they put in here though about St. Christopher. That was nicely done.
Yeah, and how Katarina gets her name.
Yeah, and we see, because if you remember way back in season 1, it was him arguing about the future is nuclear power and we need to build this nuclear power plant, and he was getting blocked, wasn't he?
Yeah.
By the council, by everything, and they wouldn't give planning permission. And I like that it's shown how this planning permission finally came about.
Yeah, that was a nice
little touch.
I'm enjoying the fact that the dissolution of Egon's marriage was perfect, because that is always, Hollywood's always led us to believe that it goes out and it's fireworks and it's screaming and it's chasing someone through an airport, and 9 times out of 10 it fizzles. It's just
when relationships are at that point,
they end.
In particular with this, where it's not just one of them has had an affair, they both have here, and neither one knew about each other. She's only found out now because she was literally had it spelled out to her by Trip.
Yeah.
And like you say, it just there's nothing left to argue over. It's what is done is done, and it just fizzles into nothing. It's like a firework that's meant to go off, and in the end it doesn't. It just goes.
But I like the way that it was shot. I like that.
It was beautiful.
You know, she sat on the stairs.
That was like a 10-second pause there.
She sat on the stairs, and you know, when she says, "I know what you did with that woman," he's expecting screaming, slanging, all this sort of stuff.
Nothing.
You broke my heart. How could you? And instead, she's just like, "I want a divorce because I don't
she
want
has
this
to
marriage
accept
any more
what
than
she
you
knows
do."
in her own mind, as well as to what she's been experiencing for the first time in her life with this other woman.
Yeah, that she's at least bisexual.
Yeah.
So,
which was unheard of back then.
it wasn't. I mean, you didn't advertise it.
No, it was behind closed doors.
You didn't advertise it, just like you didn't advertise you had a baby out of wedlock.
I love that we get to see Katarina's mother.
And it explains
And the
why she is the way
circumstances.
she is. Yeah, because no one's coming in at that age for that procedure willingly.
Because they went and had an accident.
No. So it doesn't excuse, but it explains her troubled relationship with her own daughter.
And it fits for the time.
And it explains why she was so mad at her for doing what she did with Ulrich, because that's why she flies off the handle at her going, "Did he do that to you?" And she's like, "No, Mum, it was consensual."
Yeah.
Now we know why.
Now it makes sense. The way this show has, you know, like we see on the wall in this show with them interconnecting everybody, and how it's shown at the end there with him. It's all in effect. It's all hand carved into the floor, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, out of marble and everything. All those interconnections that they've made. That's what they've had to do with this show as they've written it, and as they've shot it, and as they've played it out, because they pay such attention to detail. Even just something like that little St. Christopher, you didn't really need to show that.
No,
but you did. You are making sure the entire puzzle that you've given us, that every single piece slots into place. So by the time we get to the end, you will have a complete picture. It's beautiful. It's fabulous the way they've done it.
And this show is a prime example of how you can have a show that is, it has today's politics in it. It has issues that we want to deal with. So you've got issues with dealing with sexuality. You've got issues with abusive parents. You've got issues with what obviously looks like might be going on for abuse for a child.
Yeah.
So there's lots of hot button issues that are still apparent today, and you can still relate to them, but they've actually worked them into the storyline instead of shoehorning in going, "We support finding this out."
They've just made it part of the story, in the background of the story, rather than trying to make it look like they're pushing a political agenda on you, going,
yes,
this is to show you as to when this show was made, because these issues are prevalent right now. And there's too many shows that do that stick it in front of your face and just let you know that the whole thing has been written in a consortium of people in a room as to, well, we must have this and this and this, and we have to blatantly show it. This show has kind of put them to the back, but integrated them into the story. But they all fit for the timelines
It's not
as
that
well.
they've made them real characters.
Yeah.
They've made them characters and not issues. That was the point I was about to make.
Yeah.
Rather than going, right, well, we should make sure that this particular subset of people is represented. But it doesn't really fit in the story. Don't care, make it happen. They haven't done that. They've actually given these causes and these issues an identity and a character, and made you know, just this little scene with Katarina's mother.
That's all it needed.
A couple of minutes on a screen.
That's all it needed.
And it says, that was an issue, it was dealt with, it's still happening today, and it's poignant. And I respect the hell out of them for that, because...
And they've just put it there without blatantly throwing it in your face.
No.
It's been done really well.
It's really tasteful.
I'm trying to, as we go through this show, as we're going, because we know we're coming towards the end, that this is the last season, I am trying to review the episode and the show as a whole at the same time, because we haven't discussed about the show an awful lot, just what's happened in the episode. But the more we've got into this show and the more complex it's gotten and the more intricate that the storyline has become, it just makes you appreciate how well this has been done.
Oh, all of it. The direction, the like you say, the score that goes with it, the pause, the pregnant pauses, all of it. It's been fantastically written. I'm trying to find points.
Literally, the darkness of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find points where I'm like, I didn't really like that, or I didn't really agree.
That hasn't happened.
I've not.
No. Anyway, don't forget, guys, this episode, as normal, will be available over on Patreon, full length. If you want to check that out, the link will be in the description as always, and you can go and check that out over there. While you're at it, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Put your comments down below. No spoilers unless you want to go over to the Discord to do that. And we will be back with episode 5 in a few days' time, I think. Right, why not subscribe? Turn your notifications on and you won't miss any more episodes of Dark or any other series. And we will see you for that next episode very soon. Till then, guys, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.
Bye.